Yes.
I don't know if y'all pay attention to this, but Dev is ranked number 1 in the East. Did you know that?
I think it was just the way after the draft was taken, maybe.
Yes.
People.
I'm ranked number 4.
Right.
In the East?
Yes, in the East.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's based on projections.
Yes, it is based on projections.
Yeah.
But that's not cool.
It is. Well,
I was expected to be projected higher.
Listen.
Well, you have to look at the variables that they make an analytics on how everything is lined up. But
and first and foremost, I didn't even pick my team. Let's get this out.
All right.
Now,
so
okay? I don't want any wool pulled over the eyes of the people, okay? Listen, when the standings come out, I need you guys to understand something very, very clearly, okay? That there was an original time for the draft, right? And that original time, I had cleared my schedule. I had made sure that I had the proper coverage in my office. And
times changed.
I left work early.
The times changed?
That Thursday, because the first was supposed to be on a Thursday.
On Thursday.
And I cleared my schedule lovely for that, okay? And then
you thought it was okay.
Then it was supposed to be on, I think it was a Saturday or something. Then it turned into Monday, and it just was all over the place. So by the time the real draft came out,
you didn't even know.
I woke up and just happened. I was getting ready to go do a little mock draft just to prepare myself because it was like 8 or 9 positions on a draft board, and I had to prepare myself. And I went to go do a mock draft, and lo and behold, I had been bamboozled.
You've been bamboozled.
Hoodwinked and led astray.
Oh my God!
And you know what the ice on the cake was? They put Ben Roethlisberger on my goddamn team. Ridiculous. Disgusting.
I mean, there was plenty. It was definitely some quarterbacks to go out there and get.
All in all. And I would have got him had I had a chance.
And I'm gonna tell you what you missed. You missed a whole lot of trash talk.
Conway was there.
I felt like there should have been more trash talk.
People was talking cold cash.
If I was there,
I felt like it should have been more trash talk. I felt like some people weren't present.
Man, because I wasn't. Damn it! That's why you felt. That's why I felt.
I'm not going to say exactly how weird the draft was.
The draft was weird. Okay, I will say that.
I'm not going to get into
one of the members having trouble with his phone and with an app or something. He was driving, and then I'm talking him through how to. And he's like, I can't find his thing. Then his phone went blank. So I paused the draft for a moment.
Oh, you paused it. There was a pause in the draft.
I paused the draft.
Right under my damn nose.
They said, right I guess he got to go to the bathroom. I guess they got all these kind of jokes, and I'm trying to get him on to the draft, and then
it paused twice. It paused twice, and it threw me out of my game plan. I'm not going to say that I'm not winning because I'm a mastermind at this, but it threw me out of my game plan. I mean, if you look at my team, I'm sitting there with the.
You're loaded. You're loaded, Dean.
I'm sitting there with the triplets.
Everybody's loaded.
I'm sitting there with the triplets.
Everybody's got all the best players.
Not all. I mean, some people.
I stumbled into a few.
Yeah, okay. I mean, because if I had number 3 pick, I probably would have had Ezekiel. Yeah, I would have really been killing the game right about now.
I didn't even look at Zeke.
The Christian is a very good player. I feel like the Panthers were out of sync.
Ready at the beginning of the season.
We can go over all the games. Go over some of the games, the highlights, or definitely go over a couple of games. But I want to say that the draft was interesting. Had you been there, you would have probably been as confused as you were not being there. So, because I was present and I got a little lost and I didn't understand what was going on. And I thought, man, I'm really prepared for this second wave of the draft because I don't know, it was like 30 minutes later or something.
The draft was in 2 parts.
Yeah, it was a 2-part draft, and it kind of killed me because I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, wait a minute, like what is? Hey, that's what's up right now. I'm just trying to say is that I'm glad that I'm in another league. Although I think I'm going to with this league, but it was
it's my only league.
Oh,
no control.
Oh,
no control. It's my only league.
Now I want to say,
I was focused. I was all in.
I want to come back to you being auto draft a little bit later
because he's going to use that if he wins. It's going to be because
trust. No. If I win, it's going to be I beat you and I didn't even pick my players. And if I lose, I didn't pick my players. So
what I wanted to say doing online and a live draft. Live draft is still to me the best way to do it. If you can get everybody together,
so let's say this.
Talk somebody out of somebody.
Next season, live draft. I want everybody in the same.
You can't really change the chimes 3 times in one day.
You can't oversleep me. Can't oversleep. Can't do that.
If you don't show up to the right location, that's on you.
No, I feel like I was the wool is over my eyes.
Okay, so I talked to a friend and they recommended this, and I'm gonna throw this out there. Next season, we're gonna do the live draft at Hooters.
You damn right. Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna do live draft at Hooters.
At Hooters.
Everybody together at Hooters.
Oh, okay. Right. We're gonna
draft picks and breast.
We're gonna definitely review the Hooters. We're gonna be distracted.
I'm gonna be focused
and distraught.
I don't know
because they're gonna come. They're gonna want.
I don't like forced conversation, Diamond. So it don't matter.
They're gonna want to do it everywhere. I don't like because I'm gonna win.
Excuse me, heifer. Focused on.
You call her. You say you call her. You call her heifer knee. You call her heifer knee. That's what I'm saying. Oh yes, you call her heifer knee. Slide aside.
Titties off my curly.
There you go.
I'm trying to focus on my quarterback coming off this board here.
So wait a minute. I think we should screen the Hooters first. We're just not gonna roll to the first Hooters that we see, and it can't be something small. Like it's gotta have. Oh, okay. It's gotta have some space.
Yeah, they got nice.
Need some elbow room.
Yeah, that's nice space.
Throw them both.
That's newly built. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
There you. All right. We're gonna be downtown.
Good ones.
We're bringing the draft live to you. You might want to be there because it's gonna be lit.
I mean, and I'm gonna have the
next year.
I'm gonna have the trophy there.
Trophy. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So this year, there's going to be a trophy and a presentation.
I like it.
To the winner.
I like it.
Make sure you put a live on that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a live trophy presentation. The winner's name on the trophy. Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
And later on, and a little bit later on in this show, I'm going to tell you why I almost got. Had I been there, I would have been banned from Miami after. After Sunday.
Let's go there.
Let's do it.
We want to go there first.
Left in cuffs.
Okay. First game.
First game
of the Ravens season.
The Ravens of the NFL. I mean, well, it's not the first game, but the Ravens season.
Honestly, what were y'all expecting from this team?
I wasn't expecting that.
No, how could you?
Okay.
I want to 59 points.
Okay, maybe not 59 points.
Never seen 59 points before.
Ever.
Yeah, maybe not 59 points.
Record.
Okay, I knew that the Dolphins were, not shaky. They trash. They are trash. But we do have a tendency to play down the teams.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I honestly expected it to be, one of those ugly ass muck it up games. We run the ball 30, 40 times and ended up winning, something like, 27-3 or something like that. Mm-hmm. But no, man,
that would have been expected.
This was a trouncing. This was we were start to finish. This is an ass whooping. It's a laugher.
I don't think I was expecting it to look like we were light years ahead. Like we were playing on a different speed. Like they were like what's the word I'm looking for?
Garbage.
Like Pee Wee League maybe versus the All-Star game or something. It was unreal. And I was like, you know what? I know it's gonna come back. First time head coach, from what I understand, but has been with the Patriots for 15 years. Like I think
he's a defense, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, in the end, he was defense.
When we get off the air,
but I believe by now he has to demonstrate.
New York.
Yeah, but he had to demonstrate.
That's who his friend is.
Some X's and O's, but
swear to God.
But
I can see that.
But Miami also went through some things towards the last week that was a little controversial, and they also moved some players around at that time. Let me just quickly say Flores, I believe Brian Flores, the former quote unquote decent defensive coordinator, because the Patriots don't label anybody too much anymore because they become head coaches and everything. Well, some of them don't always pan out. Josh McDaniels.
That's so WWE does to their referees. They don't tell you their names no more because they don't want them to have a fan base. And
are you serious?
Yeah.
So
wow,
it's not like Flores has never seen the Ravens, even being in a different division. We're in the same conference.
Right.
So he does know what Harborough tendencies.
I'm just saying.
Because
what we saw yesterday was not no Ravens that nobody ever seen before.
Oh well, I haven't even gotten there. Yeah. I just want to say that in the end, those are paid professionals. They all have a job. Dang. Everybody has assignments. And you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. But on any, as they said in the movie, on any given Sunday.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a game of inches. Anybody can walk away with this.
It wasn't even close.
We finally took care of a bum-ass team the way we're supposed to.
Yes.
I say it was Patriot-like.
We should play bums like that all the time.
Yeah, man.
But that's not going to happen. But I want you to understand.
You should though.
I want you to understand that the Patriots get to play them twice this year. So that's 2 more games towards their playoffs.
But listen, and you brought up such a great point that I think Patriot fans need to accept. Okay, it's easy when you got bum teams in your division to look really good.
The Jets and the Dolphins.
I mean, they got every team is in there is a bum.
The Jets blew a 16-point lead.
Yes,
to the Bills. Right.
Bills
and the Dolphins are.
But you know what's the beautiful thing about this? Maybe about 7 years. No, maybe like 8 or 9 years ago. Ryan Fitzmagic was already playing in the Patriots when they were younger. I mean, when Brady was younger.
Hasn't he been on all those?
He was on the Bills.
He's been on the Bills.
Yes,
he's been a Jet. He's been a Bill.
He was with the Bills. Like his best run, I believe, is while he was a Buffalo Bill. I think he started for 3 years.
Yeah. Fitz been all over the AFC East.
Yes,
he's literally been.
But I don't think he's been on the Jets. Oh yeah,
he definitely been on the Jets.
He
definitely been on the Jets.
He was on the Jets. Are you sure?
Yes,
definitely been on the Jets. Definitely been.
Oh well, there you go. He's gotten shellacked by Brady on every team in that division, and you expect it to be like hard for them to get to the playoffs?
I mean, for the Patriots, that's a no-win situation. I mean, that's easy. Like it's not even.
Let me tell you the difference.
They took get no credit for that.
Let me tell you the difference. A team that won their division was considered to be underdogs to a team that hadn't even played together yet. And what I mean by that, they took some players from other teams. Some that aren't even playing.
Miami?
We're talking about
Cleveland Browns.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dev. Yeah. They have been blowing this team up with a brand new coach.
Okay, wait, don't go there yet.
Okay, all right. Let me give you. Okay, all right. So I'll be quick about it. I want to say, not congrats. This is what was supposed to happen, as in what you need to see for certain players going into their second year. See some progression, and that's what we got to see from number 8. And like he said on that stand, not bad for a running back. Because I want you all to remember, you did the same thing when Vic came into the league. You did the same thing when Vic came into the league.
You like the Vic comparisons?
I'm not going to say right now.
Some people don't like them. The Vic comparisons.
I
think that they're very relevant and appropriate.
Yeah, I'm talking about from the side of what he received and criticism after leading a team that hadn't been in the playoffs to the playoffs. And
so we've only seen him lose one game, right?
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
One game.
Right.
Last season.
But he so far hasn't played anybody.
No, he lost to the Chiefs. He lost to the Chiefs as well.
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah, we went down to the wire, right? All right, so he lost 2 games.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough, right? I mean, he's only.
But that was a different team.
He just went down. He just went down as the youngest NFL quarterback with a perfect QB rating. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to call him a quarterback. Youngest NFL quarterback with a perfect QB rating of a 158, I believe. Yeah,
324 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Right,
and he only ran the ball 3 times.
But he can't. But he's a running back. He can't throw.
I like the fact that they showed how dangerous this team is, because you literally don't know what they're going to do. Because he showed that he can pass. Mm-hmm. You already knew that he could run.
Now you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Pick your poison.
That's what Michael Vick brought to a game. I'm not going to sit here and say he's as accurate, but that's what Michael Vick.
That's what I mean,
that's all I'm going to say is that's
huge throwing lanes this game. Like they're still the Dolphins. So when you see things like that, like the Ravens aren't 59 points a game good.
No.
But the Dolphins are that bad. The Dolphins are that bad.
I don't know if any team is that
good. Yeah, they're not that. So I'm not expecting, him to torch, an average 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. So but I'm expecting
our next game is the Cardinals?
Arizona Cardinals.
Okay. Is that going to be a good
That's our home opener. I expect a win.
Is that going to be a good showcase of what this team is, or are people still going to say, but it's just the Cardinals?
Patrick Peterson is suspended for the first 4 weeks of the season, so they don't have their best safety. It's a corner, so they don't have their best defensive back.
They're going to say the same thing, Diamond.
Terrell Suggs is there. But
how weird
Terrell
is that?
Suggs? I know, right? Home opener, Terrell Suggs.
You know this? His home is in Arizona. His home is in Arizona.
And Michael Crabtree.
He lives in Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he plays high school football.
And hopefully Crabtree will actually grab the ball.
Hopefully he does.
How weird is that?
Yeah, Crabtree and Suggs for our home opener. But I expect a W, and I expect a good win too. I don't expect
now just
a tough game.
Humor me for a minute. Mm-hmm. Let's say they put 50 on the board
again
against the Cardinals this time.
Then
they are a problem.
We're talking serious Super Bowl conversation. Yeah. We're talking real live Super Bowl conversation. If we put enough 50s back,
I'm expecting to win. I'm not expecting a 50 on the board, but I am expecting to win.
And I do like the way our schedule's set up because we had two kind of tune-up games in the beginning, and then we got the Chiefs coming up week 3, and then we got the Cleveland Browns week 4. So we're going to see a lot about what this team is supposed to be and what we're going to be.
Now, last year we lost that Chiefs game.
Yes, we did. Overtime.
Did we lose the Miami game last year?
No, indeed. No, we haven't lost the Miami game in a long time.
No, don't say a long time.
It's
been 5 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. Long time. Last time we played the AFC East.
Yeah. So you were impressed with Hollywood?
I was impressed with the entire receiving core.
Yeah.
From top to bottom, from tight ends to wide receivers, to our running backs, everybody in our skill positions, I felt like they showed immediately. Mark Ingram showed what he was worth on the first play of the game.
First play
of the game.
Yeah.
Then what? Hollywood was the second play. I mean, right off the bat. And then the third offensive play was another touchdown by Hollywood Brown, which came off an interception from Earl Thomas. So, I mean, those are 3 first-year Raven players who have made immediate impacts on what's going on with this team.
I saw some decision-making under pressure that Flacco would have completely messed up.
Yeah, and on top of that Flacco, that touchdown he scored, he threw to Miles Boykin. Flacco doesn't have the speed to get away from a pass rusher like that. That pass is either thrown out of bounds or it's a sack.
Right.
So he keeps plays alive too.
He's a
plays can have time to get open.
Joe fit the purpose of what we thought we needed, was a prototypical pocket passer. The NFL, it doesn't work like that. You need a guy who has a threat of a run and who can throw an accurate ball, and that's what Lamar Jackson is showing us.
Does it make you nervous that when he's under pressure he runs away from the direction that they're going in?
No, because he's got to buy time. He's stretching out the pocket, and I mean, this is an NFL franchise, so they should know that once he starts moving in that pocket, that's when your receivers start coming back towards that ball, and that's exactly what we saw with the Miles Boykin touchdown. Yeah. He broke out. Boykin faded to the back of the end zone to the right corner. The corner played it. He cut back, and him and Lamar Jackson were in perfect sync. Touchdown. It looked real simple.
It did.
Real simple.
It did.
It looked like they've been practicing.
It did, and the chemistry definitely was there.
You can tell it's his team. He hasn't been inserted.
Yes.
I mean, and Harbaugh kind of touched on this in the press conference as well. He was saying that this is still the start of Lamar Jackson. Like, Lamar was inserted into this team last year, and now he's had a whole training camp playing with the ones the entire time. It's his team.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's his team now. He's not adjusting. They're adjusting to him.
It's a big difference. So you were pleased with what you saw?
Very pleased. I mean, it was best case scenario. Like, what more can I ask for?
Yeah. So
set records.
Did y'all check? Right. Did y'all have a chance to look at Patriots and Steelers?
Oh, I watched that.
I watched a lot of games. Yeah. That's one of the pluses, honestly, to me of being in fantasies, because I'm checking out stuff that I might not have always cared about in the past. But of course,
now, right?
yeah. Like I'm looking around, but I look a lot like way deep into it, like coordinators and coaches who got drafted, things like that for the team. And so it opened up the game personally for me. So it's definitely more than just the it's some fake way of playing a sport. It made me, I think, a bigger fan of the NFL than what I was prior to playing fantasy. But not saying everybody should play fantasy. But now, of course, we're going to watch the Patriots game because they're playing a division rival. Right. And right now,
I wouldn't watch that game.
The reigning kings of the North is still the reigning kings of the North. I just want to put that out because everybody else in our division lost.
They damn sure did.
Yeah, so
maybe some people do need the talent that they let go of last year or didn't seem to get their locker straight.
That's what we're doing?
That's where we're going straight to it.
You're talking about Bell and Brown.
Yeah, although I want to make it clear because so many people say, the Steelers have fallen off. They haven't gone into Foxborough. For some of you that don't know, that's New England's home. Right. And won in the now 8 times.
Yeah, they don't win up there.
And they had Brown Brown and Bell, and they still got shellacked. Like we knew,
outcoached.
If they won, we would have been actually more surprised than what happened yesterday.
Exactly.
Let's get it straight.
Which is one of the confusing things about the Patriots to me, because they are a great team. They have every handicap in the world given to them, and they don't even need it. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get
in a bum ass division.
Every
call is in their favor. Like everything is tilted in their favor.
I don't want to take away from them. I'm
saying they are a great team.
20 years of success.
Their coach great. And Brady's great, so that's why I get frustrated with them for the cheating and the handicap and the habits because they actually are good.
This is what I'm going to say some. I'm going to say some. I'm going to just throw a little thing out there, and they do have a very nice team on paper now, and they do have probably a top 10. I'm not going to get into how far in the top 10. A top 10 defense. Now, they don't always have those things every year. And, in fact, one year, Brady was out pretty much the whole year. And a guy that went on to become a starting quarterback for the Chiefs, I believe his name was Matt Castle. Matt Castle led the team to the playoffs.
No, they didn't make the playoffs that year.
And
they went 11-5 and didn't make the playoffs.
Oh, they went 11-5. Oh,
still didn't.
Well, 11-5 is kind of. All right, but it led them to 11-5.
Right.
And that's how he wound up going on to becoming a starting quarterback to Kansas City. So they still do it, even when Brady. 2 years ago, we got down to their third string quarterback, Brissett, that's now the starter for the Colts. For some of you that are not following the NFL, and he sat there and won one game, and he lost one game. But in the end, they had won 3 games without Brady in the month of September. And that's just their tune-up month.
With Jimmy and Jacoby. Yeah, they did that.
So it's a well-coached – players or not, it's an extremely well-coached team with a guy that knows football that actually is the GM and is doing things that we're not even paying attention to, getting Brown on his team, even though he tried to get him in March. It's just things going on up there in New England that is just different than the rest of the league, and I feel like they are light years ahead of the rest of the league when it comes to things. But he finds players that fit his
system.
His system. Thank you. He finds players that fit his system, and I believe Brown is going to work out just fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going. Yeah, we're going to get on it, but there you go. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the closed doors, and to see what happened, where a guy just literally what we thought pissed away $30 million, winds up going to the reigning champs and still makes bank for 1 year. It winds up probably being almost the highest paid receiver for the year when you get into everything that he could possibly make compared to some of these. I mean, I know other players have incentives and signing bonuses too, but he did pretty well for one of going into 2 teams after leaving the Steelers. You know, not everybody gets to go to the champs and get paid for it.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, what do y'all think about him?
I think that Antonio Brown from here on forth should be loaned as the finesse guard. That's who he is, because he took a situation where he felt like he was out of his he was out of his control. The Steelers owned the rights to his contract, and so they traded him to the Oakland Raiders. He didn't want to be there. He practiced with him. He saw what it was, and he tried his best to get out of there. He consulted internet influencers, and he found a way to finally drive himself out of the Oakland Raiders, man. And that's pretty much what it is. He's a mastermind. He figured it out. He cornered the market.
And it wasn't because of that last phone call either, because Gruden okayed that, because he's a celebrity too.
It definitely wasn't the phone
It
call.
was just that in the end,
he was raising too much hell, man.
In the end, the Raiders almost were losers in this situation.
He knows what a 4-12 team looks like. And
they almost were losers in this situation. I mean, they lost a 5th round pick, or was it a 3rd round pick for the Steelers? And all the Steelers did was not send the player to a conference team and still wind up getting a draft pick out of it, because the Patriots had already made moves towards Antonio Brown, and I guess they had the right kind of the right kind of cap space to get it done. But I guess when you're going to them, if you can sign a 1-year deal and see what happens afterwards, you just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he was getting paid peanuts to be on the team.
Yeah, so he took what was supposed to be $30 million over 3 or 4 years,
right?
And turned that into a contract that's basically worth $24 for 1.
Yeah, I mean,
finesse.
All right, so
definitely a finesse.
It's a good word. Good word. So your guy, Stephen A. Smith, he didn't look at it like a finesse thing. He took it to a different level. So before we really, I want to know whether he was wrong or not talking about AB, whether he was wrong for all of the theatrics, for all of this. What is this a bigger impact as far as future players and what they're gonna be able to get away with, or is your guy just taking it too far? But before you answer, let's go to the audio of Stephen A. Smith talking about AB, and we're gonna see thoughts on that.
Antonio Brown has lied. He has played teammates and organizations. He's acted like a clown. He has embarrassed his organization himself. He's thrown brothers. Mike Tomlin, our very own Ryan Clark, Juju Smith-Schuster, when he's DMing you, private text messages and stuff like that, you reveal those things publicly. He did the same thing just now to John Gruden. They had a conversation. Drew Rosenhaus connected them. What does this dude do? He goes and he publicizes the conversation on YouTube. This man has exhibited and displayed a level of selfishness, the likes of which most of us haven't seen. I don't ever want to hear T.O.'s name being mentioned in this way. Not compared to him. I don't ever want to hear Randy Moss's name mentioned. Not compared to this. I've never seen anything like it. He should be ashamed of himself. And I'm going to say this last point, then I'm going to give it to you. I understand that we have experiences that other people don't have, and we express our points of view, whatever. But understand why. Because you got people on the come that are going to be looking to emulate that. And
that's my kicker.
What he got away.
That's my kicker.
And usually those of us that are in a privileged position understand and we're sensible enough and unselfish enough to make sure that we don't set the pathway for others on the come up. We guard it with our very lives and our very careers so we can make sure that we don't do damage to those who will follow us. Antonio Brown didn't care. I don't give a damn about him being with the Patriots or whatever. What I give a damn about is the nonsense that he engaged in to get to this point. It's disgraceful. I'm ashamed of this brother. That's all I want to say.
All right, so he said a lot. He said a lot. He's ashamed of this brother.
Stephen A.
Okay, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
So look at you sweating. All right, so who wants to start? Who wants to tackle this?
Stephen A. Smith.
I like Stephen A. Smith.
He's
extra.
He's very extra.
But he's entertaining.
Yeah, he's
entertaining.
very. I cannot question that. He is very, very entertaining. But I just feel like that I feel like when Stephen A. Smith is wrong about something, he goes out and attacks that person because you made him look bad. And we couldn't put our finger on what the outcome of the AB situation was going to be. Everybody was guessing. Everybody was drawing straws.
The league was wrong.
And it feels like at this point Stephen A. he needs somebody to pick on, and that's the flavor. That's the topic of the day. So he's trying to attack my man. He outfoxed everybody, man. It got to the point where we were questioning this man's mental stability, and really what it was he was raising hell because he didn't want to be there, and I can't I really can't fault him for it, honestly. If he got what he wanted at the end of the day, then so be it. The means justify the end.
So Dean said it was unprofessional.
Of course it was.
That's what I'm saying,
so
Steve. That's what I'm saying,
How you
Steve.
gonna big of it, but say yes, that was unprofessional?
Because desperate times call for desperate measures. What did Malcolm X say? By any means necessary. If I don't want to play for these crackers, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna let y'all know y'all crackers.
But he went to what is the Patriots?
The Patriots, yeah,
also saltines.
Yeah, they're just a different cracker.
Yeah, but you get to
different flavor.
Look, AB is great. But let's just say AB is getting a little tired of playing, and he just put this much bank into his pocket on maybe 1 or 2 years
is just
left.
Strictly a money move.
I mean, it's not just a money move. He's one going to be a contender. Like,
I mean,
a way to end your quote unquote Hall of Fame career.
Who won the Super Bowl last year?
The Patriots.
So
the Steelers weren't going to beat them. They proved that.
Yeah, and so you're saying this is my opportunity as Brown to get on.
The Steelers were becoming. Steelers are trending down.
Oh, definitely a winning team.
The Raiders are already down. Let me get up off these teams and go where I want to win.
He's not. I mean, yeah, he's on the upper end of what how long a receiver. This isn't Brady world. Like he's in the lower 30s.
But he's also been extremely consistent. So
he has been. I'm just saying.
That was into your point.
Would y'all want him over here in Baltimore?
Hell yeah.
No.
Easily.
No.
What?
No.
What?
This is the reason why.
What?
Here's my reason why.
Nuts.
Here's my reason why. I don't think he would work out great in our area right here, because there is still somebody ahead of the team that clearly has visions on who he wants on the team, and he likes his locker room to be a certain way. And I'm not going to say if he's no nonsense or not, but the players that were picked fit his system that he is doing right now, and I believe our wide receivers that cost less than Antonio Brown are able to grow with Lamar as time goes on. Versus
all.
That might be true.
So would you rather have Antonio Brown or Willie Snead? Straight up.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That's different.
No, it's not. That's you're telling me if I have a chance to get Antonio Brown in here, I'm sending Willie Snead on the first thing smoking. Peace out. Bye.
If we had
You're
a
cool,
chance,
but bye.
If we had a chance,
hell yeah.
I still think that.
Wait. Why though?
Why what? Why would I take Antonio Brown? Because he's the best receiver in the league.
But
there ain't
no buts.
It is a but.
Ain't no buts. When the game starts,
he comes with baggage.
If you're winning games, then there is no baggage. Winning cures all. And we have the team around him and a winning environment already here that he's not. There's no reason to raise hell. Of course, I'm going to be raising hell at Pittsburgh. We ain't winning, and I'm not getting the ball. That was his problem. You started valuing Juju Smith over me like I wasn't the best receiver here, and we just saw Juju can't win you no games.
So I disagree. I would take Snead over Brown, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, Brown is not a team player. Okay, these moves that he made, while I do think that Stephen A. Smith was being a little bit dramatic with
Super
it.
duper.
He is dramatic.
Here's the thing that Brown it's not like he let down black people, and it wasn't that. Yeah. What he proves to me is that he's not a team player.
They beat him.
Oh,
the Saints won.
God.
The Saints won.
Oh,
the Saints won.
God.
Wow.
How did they do that in 20 seconds?
Wow.
Okay, they went down and scored a field goal.
Yo.
Salute.
Why did they let that happen?
It is one that let it happen. It was Drew Brees. He had one timeout in 19 seconds. And got it done.
I thought it was done and over with. When I saw the kicker warm up, I'm like, okay, what is he warming up for? What is he?
58 yard kill shot.
Did he just
beautiful game?
My man right there is always the cool coach.
Thank you, NFL.
With a sun visor.
So much. How could you boycott this? I mean, seriously.
That was amazing.
How could you boycott this?
Are they at home?
Yeah, they're at home in New Orleans. In New Orleans.
They are on fire. Okay. Yeah. Brown proves that he's not a team player. I hate non-team players on a team.
Such a team game.
Let me give you an example. Would anybody here want Floyd Mayweather on their team? Yes, he's the best, but he don't pass the ball. He don't want the ball passed. That's okay.
But football is such a weird dynamic because
but Brown is like a Mayweather almost.
He is, but his role is so like he has to go win those matchups one-on-one. All I need for you as a quarterback is to put the ball in position for me to go make a play. But everything else is on me. I need to go do this. Yeah. So if I feel like I'm not in the best situation to be the best player, why am I going to be here? Why am I going to conform to all the rules and things that you want me to do? I'm not even comfortable. I can't even wear my helmet. I can't even wear the helmet that you want me to wear, but you want me to do all of these other things. You want me to play nice, and you want me to on this team that's trash. It's trash. The Oakland Raiders are going to be 4-12 again this year, and he saw all that and he got out of there. Like, Dom, if you're working at a business and you know your value there, you know what you're capable of, and you know that the parts that are around you aren't going to make you successful.
All right, so let me say this.
And you can't quit.
I don't doubt that they're going to be
can't quit. I need unemployment.
But let me say this, okay? Are you here as a team member for the long haul, or this is a short thing? The Ravens that we have right now, the last couple of seasons, we've been hurt. Okay, it took time for us to get to the point that we at. Yeah. And if you look at where Sierra husband is, it took time for them to get to a point where they were a winning team. They was on the come up, but it takes time to build that. And when you have a player who is an excellent player, but he's not here for the long haul. He's not going to be here for the team building.
He can be disruptive, but that's why you have. That's what your coach is for. That's what your winning environment. That's what your locker room culture is for. So if you don't feel like he's a conducive thing to your environment, then to me that's a question of your coaching. Yeah, you can't get this guy to be on the same path so y'all can win together. Because that's all. Winning cures all. So if you're intimidated by him as an individual, then he shouldn't be on your team in the first place.
Yeah. Now, the other question, when he got the deal, the coaching deal I'm talking about in Oakland, I was happy
$100 million.
I was happy for him because I like to see people get paid.
Yeah, right? Everybody,
Did they do too much?
Did they do too much? You mean should they have even
a disaster?
Okay, I'm gonna just give you my prediction in 2019 about what's about to happen with the Raiders. In about 3 to 5 years, Gruden will be back in the booth making killer money as an announcer. Probably got about $45 million to $55 million from the Raiders before it's all done. He's a nice celebrity to help them with their transition into the gaming central of America. You know, it's just a nice, it's a feel good story for the Raiders. Besides the fact they won't win.
I think
they won't win.
I think that John Gruden is a good coach, but he's also
give you my reasons why I disagree.
Let me say
bad situation.
It is ironic that we're having this conversation just as they scored a touchdown.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
As they scored a touchdown.
They don't have bad pieces on this team.
And that was a good play.
Yeah, it was a great play.
And with a quarterback that he was questioning pretty much last season.
But Derek Carr is to be questioned. He's
inconsistent.
I could question a lot of of quarterbacks.
I like him.
I could question a lot of quarterbacks.
And we've seen what his ceiling is. We've seen how good he is. Yeah,
he's given us a little trouble before.
Yeah, they beat us. No trouble. They beat us. I don't think that. It's a process in the NFL. So this is a team that he inherited. He has to make the best out of it. He knew that they weren't going to pay Khalil Mack, so he had to trade him.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown was not on his roster. Antonio Brown was traded for. Right. And if he don't want to be there, you can't do nothing with him, as you can see. So we had to get rid of him. I honestly think that maybe year 3 of the John Gruden experiment, which will be next year, when he's able to build more through the draft, and he'll really get his players in there and his guys, and then I feel like you can get a fair assessment on John Gruden. But right now, he's still dealing with, this is like the Obama years when he inherited Bush's bullshit, man. It's really nothing you can do with this, but you can see what I'm doing. You can see the change I'm bringing. You can see the change, but I still got to deal with this chicken shit.
All right, couple other quick points that I want to get by. Several Miami Dolphin players have requested to be traded after that 59-10 blowout.
Sanctuary,
so please. I don't know how it's gonna.
Please save me.
Also, the Grizzlies are refusing to engage in buyout talks with your guy Andre.
Andre, no, you're going to have to play, brother.
Yeah.
we need somebody for Ja to pass to. At least one. We need at least one person for Ja to pass to. He might pull AB. AI next.
Okay. Also, Odell Beckham Jr. wore a custom $350K Richard Mille watch during the game.
Gotta file it under weird flex.
Okay, right. What is this all about?
I mean, but this is what you're going to get.
I think he might be a little upset that he's not in Fashion Week. I mean, New York. I mean, I think he's just trying to pump, put Cleveland on his back.
These are the things that are going to happen, and I find it hilarious that they got blown by 30. I told you that the Browns were going to brown. It's still Cleveland.
So all the. We were apprehensive about. I was apprehensive about.
I've been telling you all off season. You got a brand new coach.
Yeah, the brand new
coach. The coach that was coaching you while you were actually looking successful last year, you let go of.
Yeah, but that was under pressure. But I wanted him to stay.
He was He was more of a defensive-minded coach, which you needed in this division.
But it's a middle-dwelling team, man.
I'm not saying it's not.
The Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
but y'all was supposed to be Super Bowl contenders.
No, but let's say this: we cannot shit on the Tennessee Titans.
They were to the playoffs last year.
Yes.
Okay. With that being said,
have consistently been successful.
But
who would say what?
But you were supposed to have. Supposed to have Super Bowl aspirations.
Yeah.
They've been playing
with Super Bowl the Browns.
Okay. But Tennessee's been playing in the shoddy division.
Preseason champs for everybody, right? You can't lose by 30
to one player.
But you can't lose by 30 to anybody. Because of what they did last year, and they were trending up. They all looked. They had young and upcoming Baker Mayfield, the young tight end with the African name who I can't remember right now. But you had Odell Beckham Njoku, David Njoku.
Yes.
Landry. You got some great draft picks on the defensive end.
Right.
You got Myles Garrett down there, who they're talking about making an MVP for the entire league as a defensive player. Like they have the pieces. They got it all there. You can't lose by 30. You can lose a close one. You can lose by 2 scores, 10-point loss.
So looking at
by 30,
what just happened with the Texans, they don't have anything to be.
Texans don't have nothing to be worried about. Right. The Saints are a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, and
they lost because Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
They also kicker. Yeah,
he scored a touchdown with 19 seconds to go on the clock. Like what you supposed to do with that?
That should be over.
Yeah, that's Drew Brees being who he is.
Nikki, can you X off that screen? We want to see Flacco get sacked, sir.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
But to touch on just to clear that up, I want to say that also I'm not trying to compare quarterbacks that have come into the league this year. I mean, last year, even though I think only one of them made it to the playoffs, I'm not going to get into who that was. I mean, because it clearly wasn't on anything Lamar did.
Let me touch on a little bit, too. He outperformed everybody from his draft class yesterday.
Yesterday, he did what?
By himself.
But I want to say that his level of maturity he's shown, as possibly being the face of our of the Ravens franchise is really, being being the youngest QB to come out, where you sit there and see how someone handled the loss up there in Cleveland, saying we're just gonna move on from it. That game doesn't count. We're focusing on next. Every game counts. If you're in our division, every game counts if you're getting paid to be a professional athlete. Yeah. You sat there and talked your smack about quarterbacks that have nothing to do with you, like Daniel Jones, and then you tried to take it back. Your level of maturity could cost your organization a lot more than when people realize. And then maybe Beckham is going to be sitting there going, I played my best years with teams that weren't going to go anywhere.
Maybe
why you being so hard on Odell?
I'm saying that Baker sat there during the press saying, he didn't take the leadership road.
Yeah,
he didn't take accountability.
It doesn't count. It
didn't count.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't matter.
Strike it from the record.
It doesn't count. We're gonna do what we got to do next week. Well, what did we do wrong? What was it? A couple of interceptions.
And 3.
Oh, excuse me. 3 interceptions with the possible Super Bowl contenders from my division. Well, the North showed up in Miami. Not out there in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Last thing. LeBron wants Anthony Davis to be the focus of the Lakers offense.
Anthony Davis wants to be the defensive player of the year. You missed a lot of things covered out there. They both want to push each other forward. They're good teammates.
You know what that means?
It's going to be that's the championship is going to.
The Lakers are going to be the champions.
Anthony Davis can win defensive player of the year, and LeBron can be on the defensive first team. Clippers in 5.
No, but I like what you said there. I like what you said. I like what you said there.
I don't know how they're gonna win defensive player of the year when Patrick Beverley gonna win defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Clippers in 5.
I like what you said there though.
Yeah, well,
matter of fact, and Kawhi might win defensive player of the year and MVP.
We shall see.
Clippers in 5.
We'll be back next week, of course. How can people stay in touch with everything you got going on, Dean?
Well, you can find me on Mr_Mackins, and you can also find me out here in the streets. Yes.
I'm doing this new thing where I'm launching. I want you guys to contact me through smoke signals. So I'm going to sit on my rooftop, and when you send the smoke signal, I'll send one back.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
I'm trying to be creative and trying to be new, different out here.
That was different.
Right.
Yeah, I like
Other than that, if you guys don't want to do the smoke signals, you can find me on Facebook, which is DEVYNEPPS, or Dever Die on IG, and it's like some underscores in there. I don't feel like explaining it.
All right. I am at the Diamond King Show at RadioOnFire. Thanks, fellas. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
If you're interested, you'll find me. You'll figure it out. So Dever Die. Figure out where the underscores go. There you go.
I just lost.